We do love being up in the mountains, and we did build this with the intention of being in a winter area.
I was a cook before I got into van life, so this is huge for me. I really wanted to focus on the kitchen.
Hi, my name's Racey K.
And I'm Zach.
And we've been doing van life for 5 years. We lived in Mammoth for a record-breaking snow year in this Skoolie. Come take a look.
Welcome to our kitchen. This is my favorite part of the build. We've got custom walnut butcher block countertops, propane oven and stove. I like cooking on gas. I was a cook before I got into van life, so this is huge for me. I really wanted to focus on the kitchen. We got tons of storage here for all our stuff, and I especially love the open shelving. It keeps everything from feeling closed in on you, and it just makes things super accessible. On top of that, I love the skylight that we have. Lets in a ton of natural light, even when all our privacy curtains are up, so we don't have to have lights on during the day, and it just makes it feel nice and bright in here. Here we've got custom RV windows behind the kitchen, let a little bit of light in, and we got custom curtains as well, homemade by Racey K. We have a sink here with 21 gallons of water storage under there and a gray water tank. And another great thing we have is up here, just plenty of storage for all our peanut butter.
This is our dinette area. We love to sit here in the morning, look at our beautiful views through the window, and enjoy some coffee. Also, we love just playing chess right here. I incorporated some outlets into the bench, so you can do work right here, or you can have an additional guest over. This turns into a full-size bench by just removing this leg here and sitting the table down. We also have storage in the benches, so all of the cushions that go to make this a bed are inside this one, and then this storage pulls out from the front on slides. Above the dinette, we have some more open storage. We love the copper piping accent. This is actually our second time doing this in a build, but it's nice seeing all of our books up here, as well as just keeping a speaker or water bottles easy to access from our dinette table.
Hey, I'm Kevin from Darkwolf Artisans and Road Widgets, and today we are installing a jackknife couch from RecPro that they have been kind enough to send us. Let's open this up and see what we got here. Ooh, right there. Hopefully it fits. Now we'll fold it. It's gonna be fairly tight. Got that? All right, we got the couch in. All we have to do from here is get a drill and some screws, and let's go screw it in. Pretty excited about this couch. Finally got it installed. RecPro makes amazing stuff, and this is no different. What I really like about this couch is the ease of install. Couldn't be more happy. The stitching, the fabric, the color, perfect RecPro.
So when we first met, actually, he was my Airbnb host, and the night we got to talking, he was actually building a van out, and I was planning on hiking the PCT the following year. So we were both kind of on the page like, hey, we want a different lifestyle, and I think that's why we came together, is because we both just wanted some alternative to living. And so while I was hiking the PCT, he came and rescued me a couple times in the van.
I wasn't hiking.
Yeah. He did hike a little section with me. So now van life is actually very luxurious for me. This is a mansion compared to living out of my tent. Bus building unintentionally became our business just because we saw how many people needed help getting on the road. And so we were asked from friends, hey, can you help us with this? Hey, I have a friend. So eventually it just became a full-time gig of helping people get on the road, whether it's plumbing, electrical. We just love helping people via FaceTime, answering questions, making or reassuring them they're going the right direction.
And this was never our plan.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't like get into van life to become van builders, but it just kind of
fell upon
snowballed
us
that way.
Yeah.
And we sold our first bus because we loved the build process so much. And then we built a van and another bus, and it just kind of
spiraled into a business.
And now this is what we do.
Yeah. This is our bedroom area. The reason I love building out Skoolies is because we can fit a queen size bed in here and still have plenty of room for storage. So our headboard is actually storage back here. It's a great place to store extra blankets for when we have guests over, or pillows, and our reflectix that actually cover our window. These just snap right in and they're super easy. They also have a suction cup to keep them closer to the window, but it's really nice because you still get all the natural light and then can cover it up and have some type of insulation during the winter. We also have some more upper head storage. So we just put 2 cabinets so that way it doesn't feel closed in. We like the spacious feeling. And then my favorite part of the build is the mountains back here. I was looking forward to this from the beginning. It was an idea I had in my head. And when it came to life, I just couldn't believe how much fun it was doing all this woodworking and bringing in the walnut and cedar together. So it just really ties the whole room together. And then on this wall next to the closet is all of our control panels. It's our battery monitor, our remote LED light switches, as well as the thermostat for the heater, which is really nice when you're in bed, just being able to turn it on and off when you're cooked out or you're getting cold. Moving on from the bedroom, we store our fridge underneath the bed. It leaves plenty of space for the kitchen, but we have a 75-liter fridge freezer from Dometic, so it's energy efficient, but we still have plenty of storage if we want to go hang out in the boondocks for a week or so. It'll last us for a good amount of time. And also right next to the fridge, we have our vent for our Propex heater that's also under the bed. It's an externally ventilated propane heater, so it sucks air in and it lets any carbon monoxide it produces out. I feel safe enough to leave that on while we go skiing, so we come back to a nice toasty van. So a little forward from the bedroom, we have a nice full-size closet. It unintentionally worked out where a basket of laundry will fit in here, so we can hide all of our dirty clothes. And then we also have this nice full-size mirror. Say hello, Miguel. Very nice. That's really nice to have in here because before we didn't have a mirror. So getting to brush your teeth or fix your face up, see what you're actually wearing for the day in a mirror is nice. And then we also have these massive storage drawers. This is where we store all of our socks and underwear. And then these are Zach's 2 drawers down here. Back here we have our Max Air fan, which is nice. A nice location above the bed. You can feel the ventilation coming through if you're laying here in the middle of the day. And our ceiling is just birch plywood, beaded birch plywood, which it came with these lines originally. We have done tongue and groove ceilings before, such as this stuff right here, but it is a pain in the butt. That takes a few days versus just getting 4 pieces of plywood and sticking it up. And I'm actually really happy with how this turned out.
This build took us approximately 4 months, but we also had a little delay with it at the mechanic and things like that. So for us as experienced builders, it still took a decent amount of time, and it's important to know that it's going to take a decent amount of time, and especially if you're not working on it full time, you should expect to spend 6 months to a year on your build. If that's the case, you want to set time aside where you are able to spend full days working on it, because it can be tough if you don't, setting up every day and investing your time, if it's just after work or something like that.
Also being aware of the resources you have around you. When we bought the diesel 6.6, we bought it because we know a lot of people recommend this engine, and when we needed to get upgrades done on it, we weren't aware that San Diego doesn't have a lot of diesel mechanics, so it took us a while to build this bus because we had to wait months for the mechanic to even look at the bus. So when you go to buy the engine, make sure you have those resources around you, so that way when the time comes you can just get it done quickly versus waiting a month just to get an oil change or something upgraded. This is the back of the bus. This is how you access all of our solar and electrical components, but it's also a crap ton of storage for all of your climbing gear. Our crash pad is actually in here right now, but we did leave the garage accessible from the front, so if you wanted to put a paddleboard or something bigger, it can just slide right in and protrude into the dwelling area. We do not have a roof deck, but Zach custom built this ladder so you can access our 400 watts of solar to clean them off. We have 200 amp hours of lithium batteries back here, as well as a 50 amp DC to DC MPPT charge controller from Renogy. I highly recommend it. It's worth the money. It's only $300 for both of the units in one, and it's a very beginner friendly plug and play system where you charge your batteries in your car as well when you're sitting. So the charge controller itself will keep your house batteries and auxiliary batteries topped off, which is an awesome feature.
The bus itself is a really excellent place to build from. This is our second time building on a 5-window Chevy Skoolie. This time we went with a Duramax engine, and this winter when we were in 800 inches of snow, we never actually had to put chains on once because it's big, heavy, and it's got dually rear tires. So it's super good in the snow. It's great off-road. It fits in a parking spot, which is really nice. So when you're in cities and stuff, you can park pretty much anywhere. You know, you're not going to be in the compact car area, but you can get away with a lot. And you know, I wouldn't even want to go one window bigger. We think that this is really just a great size to build from. And then this is a Collins base, so it's got 6'3" standing room inside, which is awesome. We're big fans of that. I'm 6'3", so luckily I slouch about ½ inch, and I have a nice ½ inch of head clearance, so that makes a big difference for me.
Thank you, Tiny Home Tours, for having us. If you like what you've seen today, or if you like what we've said, you can give us a follow on our Instagram at off_grid_custom_rigs. On there's a lot of DIY advice, and we love helping people. So if you want to just shout us a question or give us a call, we'll answer anything.
We really want to be the DIY helpers, and we post all sorts of tips that make, you know, everything easier in your build, and we want to help. So
yeah.
Reach
and
out.
Also, if you like what you've seen in here, this bus is currently listed on Van Life Trader, so it is available. Let us know.
Yeah.